There are new breakout players every single season in the NFL. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to predict who 4 of those guys are going to be this upcoming fall. And this list is going to be mostly of guys going into year 2 or year 3 and just looking to take that leap, whatever that might mean for them, whether that's into superstar status or just an every down starter for their team. So without further ado, let's get into my 4 breakout players for the 2026 NFL season. Cam Ward was the first pick in the 2025 NFL draft by the Tennessee Titans, and Tennessee has made a ton of investments around Cam Ward between this offseason and the last, adding Carnell Tate with the 4th overall pick this year, Wan'Dale Robinson in free agency, Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard in past years. Tennessee has done a ton to just try to surround their quarterback, their young quarterback, with just competent NFL players, guys that have been there and done that in previous stops before. And of course, you do have that number 4 overall pick, Carnell Tate, with that very, very high upside. I did really like Carnell Tate in the scouting process. I didn't necessarily see him as a top-tier number 4 overall pick, but I can definitely understand why Tennessee pulled the trigger there when they did. Getting who they believe is the best skill player in the entire draft at number 4 overall for their young quarterback is an absolute win for them. And of course, you have to talk about the new coaching hire in Brian Dable, and hopefully working with Cam Ward as his OC can put him on that Josh Allen trajectory. Ladd McConkey is going into year 3 in Los Angeles, and I could not be more excited for their offense this season. They have Ladd surrounded by speed, whether that be Quentin Johnston that's been on the team the last few years, started to sort of break out last season, or their brand new shiny wide receiver in their draft, Brendan Thompson, fastest, I think he ran like a 4.2. So just surrounding Ladd with that much speed is just going to give him so much space to work. And not that McConkey is slow by any means, but giving Mike McDaniel these guys that can space the defenses out, whether that be over the top or horizontally with their speed, it's going to give Ladd just that much more area to work. And he's already a super savvy route runner, just one-on-one, very, very tough cover. So making the defense worry about all this other speed that can burn them in different ways, I think McConkey is just going to have a field day with it in 2026. And I talked a little bit about the new OC, Mike McDaniel, there in LA, but I just think he is going to take this offense to new heights. He is going to let Justin Herbert absolutely sling the rock. And I'm really excited for Justin Herbert to really just get to use all of the skills that he has. I think Mike McDonald, I don't want to say unlock, but I think he's going to let Justin Herbert really use that arm and just kind of showcase his skills with the entire world. I think we all know Herbert is a really good player, but you're still going to see people on the internet talking about the playoff lack of success. But I just think Herbert is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's finally going to be in an offense that is just going to make it easy for him. So I'm very excited to see what him and Ladd McConkey can do in 2026. Cole Bishop had a bit of a slow start to his career, played with a lot of different revolving safeties there in Buffalo. After the Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde era, they've kind of just cycled through safeties, not really being able to latch onto anyone. As a matter of fact, they actually brought back Jordan Poyer this past season in 2025, and he actually elevated the safety room by a good bit once he started playing every day. So early in the season 2025, Cole Bishop was very inconsistent, just wasn't a very good player. And then, like I said, they inserted Jordan Poyer into the lineup, a more reliable player there at safety, playing alongside Bishop, and that just made Cole's life a lot easier. And obviously, there is a new defensive coordinator in Buffalo. Jim Leonard is going to bring an attacking defense, a very aggressive-minded defense. So hopefully that allows Bishop to play in more aggressive alignments, more closer to the ball, closer to the line of scrimmage, because I just think the closer you can put this guy to the ball, the more plays he can make and the better he is going to be. And if Jim Leonard can do that with him in 2026, along with all the other safeties, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Kilgore that they just drafted in the 26 draft, I think putting all the pieces together of this puzzle is going to look very good for Buffalo, and Cole Bishop could be a huge beneficiary of this defensive change, and I project him to be a breakout in 2026. Carson Schlesinger was probably the most reliable player, other than Myles Garrett, on the Cleveland Browns defense last year. He was a super solid player, just always around the ball, great size, great foot speed, and he is just exactly what you want in a modern NFL linebacker, in my opinion. And I do think there's even more meat on the bone, so to speak, for Schlesinger. He had a 25% pressure rate on only 78 pass rush snaps last year. So I think if that Cleveland defense can put him in more advantageous situations, kind of how we talked about with Cole Bishop, with moving Schlesinger even closer to the ball, like right on the line of scrimmage, and get him rushing the passer, even or right off the edge, whatever the case may be, just get him going towards the quarterback, and I think he can do good things. And he can definitely create havoc like, as shown by that 25% pressure rate in 2025. So we'll see if Cleveland can kind of tap into that a little bit more this year and unlock an even greater player in Carson Schlesinger. And he did play through an ankle injury towards the end of last season, but I do believe the entire Cleveland Browns organization is starting to go in the right direction. I don't think they're a complete dumpster fire that they once were. They have draft capital moving forward. Just got to find that quarterback, and then hopefully that propels them into a serious franchise. But Carson Schlesinger, definitely a building block for that Cleveland defense, and I expect him to take a huge leap in year 2. But those are my 4 breakout players for this next upcoming NFL season. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comment section below, and let me know who you think I missed and who I could have added to this list. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.